AI agents is going to be a hot topic in 2025. And in this video, I want to explain you why and exactly how you can build an army of digital employees so you don't have to hire a person anymore. So let's get started. Okay, so these are three roles that any given company normally will have. They will have a receptionist, they should have an SDR to look for customers, and normally they should have also a customer support. And these roles, most of their functions, not to say all of them, can be replaced right now. So for example, if we go to Jane the receptionist, these are the typical things she will do on a daily basis. And also take into account I put pictures, and these are completely AI generated because we like to give a face to the employee or the digital employees we have, so they kind of have a little bit of soul, right? So for example, Jane the receptionist, she will be answering and directing calls, managing appointments on schedules, administrative support like document creation or things like that. And also, for example, research information about an inbound inquiry that just came through our website. If we go with Sarah, prospecting and lead generation, call outreach, lead qualification, pipeline management, all those are typically within an SDR. And this is something that can be automatized, but also we can put some AI on top to make it more efficient, right? Like personalizing the messages or making some decisions whether a prospect is qualified or not, seeing if they have interest, managing the responses and all that. The same for customer support. So right now we could program it to reply to customer inquiries with a chatbot or with a phone AI voice agent. It could do troubleshooting and resolution, document customer interaction, etc., right? There's a lot of tasks that we can see it has a lot of potential to automate. And if we take the first example, Jane the receptionist, and we take an easy case of how we could automatize this task, which is the research information about inbound, this is the practical case that we're gonna be running right now. But again, this is very simple and it can become very complex, but if you have them like an orchestrating band, this is when you have the full potential, right? And you will train that agent with that specific role and information. Right now, for example, with the example that I'm doing, I'm only gonna be doing simple chat completions, but you can really teach them about the role, the tasks, and the company itself, so they really produce outstanding work like it was a human being. So I've got this little flow that I've created here, which is basically to qualify sales. So the idea here is every time we receive an inbound from an interested prospect, and normally it will have information such as first name, last name, what company they're working for, and for example, the website. Then we will research automatically the prospect within LinkedIn, also get the revenue. For these calls, I'm using Rapid API, which is great because it really have a library of different APIs that you can use to script data. So I'm using for this one, Rapid API, it's LinkedIn, and then we're using this other one for getting the revenue of a company. And then we use GPT to classify different interactions. So for example, because normally in LinkedIn, you will search for a person and then you will have like 10 different results, right? But then based on whatever the inbound was, I've got an assistant which is helping me really see which one is the right one, so we don't message a person which is not the right one. Same applies for the companies. There can be like a lot of companies with the same name, so based on different parameters that I've given, the agent will help me choose the right company. And then we will email a tailored message for the prospect based on all the information that we've recovered from the prospect in order to make it as personalized as possible, right? Like if it was a real human being. And then you can create something similar to this. So this is a system where I have my three agents. I have the receptionist, I have the SDR, and then I have the customer support. And then here I will be adding all of the different tasks that agent is doing. And then we will mark them as successful or not automatically in the flow. And how this works is at the beginning, a task will be created, but it's not successful. And then as soon as it's completed at the end, then we mark it as successful here also, and here also. This system right now, I know it has some holes, but because I put it very quickly, I know there's things that could go wrong, and like maybe it will. It's good because you have like different steps of the process. It will be good to really identify where it's going wrong, so you really have a little bit more of insights. But right now, to keep it simple, let's keep it like this and let's run it. In the base right now, for example, I was just doing a mockup and we saw that also this was very successfully. This was just like a run, and I'm going to show what is happening. But basically, we have 5 tasks. 100% of them are successful. So when we create a task, just for you to see, only if we execute this module, it's going to create 1 task. But obviously, this is not completed because the whole flow was not run, right? So that's why we have now 83%. Now, let's say we want to run the flow. Let's say we get an inquiry, and I'm going to be faking the data here a little bit. So, for example, I've got Satya Nadella, which is the CEO at Microsoft, and I want to find 10 results. And based on them, like I've explained before, I will have my agent classify which one is the correct one, and also for the company, and also it will get the revenue. So let's run the flow very quickly. Okay, so now you can see the flow was run, and it was successfully run, and also it was added here a task, so successful. And then we can see how many of them were completely successful by your agent Jane. So everything seemed to work fine out of the different profiles, which were 3. ChatGPT could get the right one. In this case, it's here. So if we go to this one, you're gonna see that this is the right one for the CEO. Then we get the full profile, we get the company, get the revenue, and then we will here a summary about the company. So in this case, Microsoft. And normally I'm putting this together because this should go afterwards to your CRM. So your sales agent, your closer, even the next digital agent, right, which in this case will be Sarah, the SDR, can pick up this information, put it together so it can personalize however it needs to make the sale or whatever the prospect is looking for. In this case, the context that I provide to ChatGPT is that we are a cookie factory and we deliver cookies to different offices. So that's why Satya is looking for our services. And as you can see, it's super personalized. So you can see, I hope this message finds you well. Thank you for reaching out to us with our inquiry about blah, 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 blah. And then this is the nice part, which is being personalized, much like Microsoft dedication to transforming the digital landscape. We take great pride in handcrafting the most delicious cookies, blah, 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 right? So you can train your agent to really make very, really good emails. Like I said, this one is something that I've put together. It's not even a proper assistant. I didn't train it. I'm just passing or pushing some context to ChatGPT. But you can really, really make it look professional and trained to your company. And then this is only one subtask of an agent. Then you will need to have like the orchestrator and making sure that everything's working properly. But you can delegate as many tasks that are replaceable by digital employees, as many as you want. And also you can create as many roles as you have in your company to try to leverage as much those replaceable tasks that can be done by AI. So you don't need your employees any longer to be doing them, right? And they can focus in what's bringing more value to your business, which at the end of the day is probably making more sales, upselling, making more revenue, however, right? Or making a better product, servicing your customer better. So I hope you like the video. I think it's really powerful what you're gonna be seeing in 2025. So stay tuned. And also, if you want something specific that you want me to focus in the next video, please let me know in the comments and I will make sure to make something.